Coming up on Vetline. So learn from our mistakes, learn from our successes and our failures.
You won't get a DD214.
I'll get you a fruit basket. Thanks for
Okay, thanks. See you
thanks
later.
for coming. Here you go. Good luck.
Literally it. They don't care.
I know you want to get out. Okay, I wanted to get out, but like, don't skip that. Yeah, you can trust the VA to hang on to your documents.
You're gonna want to
not have anything happen to them.
It took me years. I feel like I'm still learning.
I've been out of the military for longer than I was in the military, and I still feel like linked to it. It's okay if that's not your forever job. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do. It's okay if you need some time to try some things out and figure some things out and work for some bad companies and some bad bosses to learn what a good company and a good boss is.
And that's when I started taking risks in my career because I could.
Because good.
And using my skills that I learned in the Marines for something better.
Welcome to Vetline. My name's Adam.
My name is Zach.
And both of us have transitioned from the military and did it expertly, so we're going to tell you everything that you need to do. We made no mistakes when we transitioned, right?
No, absolutely not. It was perfect, smooth.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So you got to do it just like us. Now, in reality, I made about 1.5 billion mistakes, and you will too, and I'm sure Zach did too. So learn from our mistakes, learn from our successes and our failures. Here's our list of things that you absolutely must do before you transition away from the military.
I did not plan on what I was doing when I got home, right? I was just, I'm going to get out, go home, go to the bar.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Now, if I can go back and do it differently, I would start the process probably 18 months to 24 months prior, saving up money, setting up goals, setting up a plan. So that way I know what I need to do between now and then. I would file a BDD claim, a disability claim before I got out, instead of waiting years later like I did, like a lot of us do. But I would start by writing that plan 18 months before you get out.
Step 1, start early. The best time to start planning is yesterday. If I had it my way, folks, after reaching their first year in the military, they would have required CBTs on transition, because at some point you're going to transition.
Yep.
Whether you like it or not, you're going to separate, you're going to retire, you're going to get injured and medically retired. You're not going to be in the military anymore at some point. And so you need to plan accordingly. Review your DD-214. You should have a document review period. You should get an email where they're like, here's your, and it might be different because you were Guard Reserve when you separated, right?
Well, I went off active duty,
okay.
and then I went into reserves like a year later.
So when you go from active duty to reserves, do you get a DD-214 from your active duty service?
Only my active duty time. And reservists, unless you're deployed, you won't get a DD-214.
I'll get you a fruit basket. Thanks for
okay, thanks. See you
thanks
later.
for coming. Here you go. Good luck.
Literally it. They don't care.
So if you're active duty, review your DD-214. Make sure that the separation code is accurate, because you definitely don't want other than honorable discharge situation, especially if you earned an honorable. That would suck. Make sure that your jobs, your awards and decks and everything, like, I know you want to get out. Okay, I wanted to get out, but like, don't skip that. Don't skip that part.
Also, you need to get a copy of your medical records and all your service records. Nowadays, they're getting uploaded to a database with the VA that they'll see it right away. But
yeah, you can trust the VA to hang on to your documents.
You're going to want to
not have anything happen to them.
You know, I've worked with a lot of vets, and I could probably say like 2% of them have probably came in with all their records, and it's incredibly helpful because as soon as we start filing claims, they say, well, this happened. Oh, the VA doesn't have it anymore. It's like, damn it. And you're starting at the bottom. Your way up. So
yeah, it's way easier to do it now than it is to retroactively go back. So like training records, medical records, enlistment papers, separation papers, reenlistment papers. Heck, your EPRs even could be helpful. Like when I needed some changes made to my DD-214, they came in handy. Just hang on to everything. Make sure your documents are situated.
Prepare your family. The reason I say that, I mean, a lot of vets, when they're getting out, whether they're married, have kids, or maybe they're going home to mom and dad and their brother and sister.
Yeah.
It's different for everyone to reintegrate back into the civilian world, because you're coming home and that honeymoon phase ends very, very quickly. Like when I got out, I was like, hell yeah, I'm home. I went out to the bars the first like 3 months I was home until I ran out of money. And then I was like, oh man, I got to figure this out. Ended up moving out way too early, had no plan and had no money. I figured it out, but it was not easy. I had a lot of long nights of me like what the hell am I doing myself?
Yeah, what do I do? It's a mental health thing, making sure that you not only plan, but have conversations with friends and family members about like, I'm about to go through a transition period and I'm not sure what to expect because I've never done it before. But from what I hear, I'm going to be going through some stuff. It's a big transition, not just physically, emotionally, career-wise. It's a big transition. So talk to your family. They'll be your biggest support group. Parents, spouse, kids, that sort of thing. They may see changes in you. You need to get used to a new world, and in some cases, a new you. And your family needs to get used to a new world and a new you in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you're building a new identity without losing the old one.
Yeah.
And it's difficult.
I still don't know how to do that.
I think it took us, I don't know how long. It took me years. I feel like I'm still learning.
I've been out of the military for longer than I was in the military, and I still feel like linked to it.
I got off active duty. Wow. 18 years ago, 2 days ago. Yeah. 18 years. The hardest part is like accepting the fact that you are different. It's not the military anymore. You're going to be a new person. And that's not worse. It's not better. It's different. And accepting that fact and moving on from it with that new you, that's the hardest part.
Start benefits process. Zach mentioned benefit delivery on discharge. Much easier to do that stuff when you're in. Make sure you're going to the doctor. If you got back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, knee pain, anything, go to the doctor. Get it documented. It's so much easier to do it now than it is to prove that it happened when you were in the service later. Yeah. And if you are questioning, well, I don't think I'm going to need to file for VA disability. Shut up. You're going to do it. I'm not even going to beat around the bush anymore. Shut up. You're filing for VA disability. Well, I don't need any handouts. Shut up.
Yeah. Build that network as soon as you get out. Contact your VSO, that veteran service officer, as soon as you get home. Whether you feel you have disabilities or not.
Did you call them before you get out?
You can.
So where you're headed?
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
But I learned from my mistakes when I was a VSO. But that way, when you come home, you can connect with them and they can go over everything. Disability-wise, school-wise, work-wise, everything. They're the experts in that field. They'll take care of you and get you where you need to be. So
yeah, talking to a VSO. And even if you haven't gotten out yet, call a VSO. Do you have questions? They're going to know federal benefits, state benefits, local benefits. They're going to know all of those things. Make a fitness plan.
A fitness plan?
Make a fitness plan. It doesn't have to be crazy. You're not in the military anymore. You don't have to be fit to fight anymore. The post-military 15 pounds, the post-military 25 pounds. Like when you're not doing PT every day, if you continue to eat the same way and you're a little more sedentary and life is different or whatever, it's easy to fall out of shape. And I'm not talking about like physical appearance wise. We're talking about heart disease, you not living as long to enjoy time with your loved ones or to enjoy this beautiful world we're in.
And the sleep schedule when you get home too is going to be very different depending on where you were based at, right? When I came home from Okinawa in like 2007, I was home for like 3 weeks and I was sleeping all day and I was up all night. And I remember I used to live off NyQuil. I needed it. Not good for you. Obviously don't recommend it, but I constantly took it. And I would always go running at like 1 or 2 in the morning.
On NyQuil?
On NyQuil.
Just float through the neighborhood.
I would like be up all night and then bam, come 10 o'clock, like I'm going to go to sleep and then sleep for 8 hours. But I'd be running all through the neighborhoods in like South Milwaukee. Cops would stop me like, where you going, boy? I was like, I'm working out. I'm running.
Yeah. Exercising.
Got home from the Marines. Why are you running at 3 a.m.? Like, I don't know. Cause I slept all day. I was in
some high on NyQuil.
Like, dude, I got nothing else to do. Like, but yeah, that's a routine that takes some time to get into.
Taking a quick 20-second break in the action to talk to you about our incredible sponsors, Tayback Law. The best in the business, the most reliable when it comes to VA disability claims and appeals. They've personally helped me. I am a client, and I highly recommend that if you need some support with your VA disability claims, that you check them out. Brand new website at taybackattorneys.com. Back to it. Save money and get your finances in order.
Yes.
You're going to probably be unemployed or underemployed. Definitely going to be underemployed. Either underemployed or unemployed for way more months than you think you're going to.
What did you do when you first got out?
I got a job fairly quickly, but I was salaried at like
Damn.
$34,000 a year. Like that's
It's not bad right when you get out, dude.
you know, they have the FLSA minimums that have since been raised to like the lowest you can pay somebody on a salary is like 42.5 or something. Yeah. But I was like at whatever the lowest was before they bumped it up. That's basically just a license to take advantage of people. You know,
What were you doing?
I was working for the Boy Scouts of America.
That's nice.
I was an executive, district executive. It was a good gig, good nonprofit, good mission, good, you know, like
Yeah.
I believed in what we were doing and it was cool. It was a great first thing for me, but I mean, I was underemployed and I was underemployed for a long time. But get your finances in order. If you got an RV and an ATV and a motorcycle and all those dumb toys and a Dodge Charger that's financed at, you know, 34%, you got to get some stuff figured out.
How long did it take you to reintegrate back into civilian world after you came home? Like, what kind of struggles did you have right when you got out the gate?
I had career struggles, like, cause I thought that I was absolutely going to crush the civilian working world. I completed my master's degree before I got out. I was a member of the elite military training instructor corps, what the Air Force called the ultimate professionals. You know, I was like, I'm going to bring military precision to the civilian. They'll never see a professional like me. But I went there and I was like, I was just a fish out of water in a lot of ways. Some things I was really good at, you know, but other things I just didn't have that experience. And I had to learn a lot of hard lessons really, really quickly, while at the same time deconditioning myself, you know, like not framing up on the door when I go to talk to my boss or whatever, calling everybody sir when they're like, dude, my name's Jim.
Yeah, that takes a minute. I know I struggled with, well, when I came home, I wasn't even thinking about myself, dude. I was like, all right, I came home, sweet. Literally alcohol every single night. I was out, dude. It was absolutely terrible. My family's like, you know, my dad's like, hey, so what's your plan? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. In my head, I'm like, I ain't doing none of that. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I struggled for about 3 years after I got out, like really figuring out what the hell I'm doing until my son was born. And then I was like, I got to get some consistent work here. I got to get benefits. Nobody cares about, I was in the Marines. That doesn't mean a damn thing. I got to sell myself here. I got to become a new me.
Yeah, they'll say thanks for your service, but that's not going to help you really from an employment standpoint.
So it was a struggle, man. It took me quite some time to really open my eyes to realize, like, you know, I am here.
Yeah.
I'm somebody new. And now I have a kid. And I was like, I got to wake the hell up. But,
and it's okay. Like, if you don't, when you get out, you need a job.
Yeah.
And it's okay if that's not your forever job. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do. It's okay if you need some time to try some things out and figure some things out and work for some bad companies and some bad bosses to learn what a good company and a good boss is.
Exactly.
Like, it's okay. It's like when we ask juniors in high school to like pick what you're going to do for college for the rest of your life. And it's like, that's unfair. You're still in development. You're still growing. And like when you get out of the military, to expect anybody to transition and be like, I know exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. That's so rare.
Yeah. My son is getting out of sophomore year and he's starting to think about what to do after high school. And one of the things he brought up, it's like, I think I want to go to the Marines. And I was like, why do you want to do it? You got to have your reason. And purpose for it. And he's like, well, I want to do something different. I want to become a new me and I want to do the hardest out there. I told him that's why I went to Marines. And he's like, didn't you do it for that reason? I was like, well, yeah, it's hard to argue this.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what would you do afterwards? If you're already planning that, dude, it's 2 years away. What's your plan afterwards? He's like, well, you're in the VA field. You can help me with the disability claim. You probably help guide me throughout the whole process. And if you're still doing veteran stuff when you get out, you could probably hire me. I was like, I mean, solid plan.
Man, if you got an opportunity to Nepo baby a career in this economy,
but
come
yeah,
on.
it's like, man, it is so terrifying though to think the fact of my son
following your footsteps.
Absolutely.
Oh man. On the money train here, get civilian life insurance. The earlier that you get, like, you have life insurance, what is it, SGLI when you're in the military?
Yeah.
So, but when you're out, you don't have life insurance. And the earlier you get life insurance, the less expensive it is. The healthier you are, the easier it is to get it, the easier it is to get more coverage and for less money. If you wait until you are like, I served for 25 years, I'm retiring, I'm 43 and I got XYZ problems or whatever, like, it's going to be a lot harder. for you to get affordable life insurance in case something happens to take care of your family. So that's something that was like eye-opening to me. If you're 18 years old, get life insurance. Not financial advice, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Documenting everything while you're in,
mm,
but also before you get out. Like one thing that I was talking to a buddy who was in the Marines recently, I told him he was getting out in a month, and I was like, do a timetable like when you first got in. Write every little thing that's happened to you. Maybe get a copy of your medical records and go through that timeline. I fell and bumped my knee. Okay, write it down. I hurt my back, had to go see doc for this. I had, constant headaches here, so on and so forth, whatever it is. Because then the more you have put together after you get out with that veteran service officer, it is going to be super smooth and easy for them to get you service connected. And then ultimately, it's not all about the money, but that VA disability can help you get to that next step and feel comfortable.
mm-hmm.
So I know when I got mine, it was life-saving.
Yeah.
It was life-saving because I was working for $13 an hour, barely making ends meet, struggling. And then all of a sudden, bam, got my VA disability rating up. And I was like, man. And then that's when I started taking risks in my career because I could. And using my skills that I learned in the Marines for something better.
And you had VA healthcare, I'm guessing, so you didn't have to worry about healthcare tied to employment. Get a professional wardrobe. Make sure your professional wardrobe is set up. You don't have to get an entire closet full of stuff, but you need to be ready for a civilian interview, and you need to be ready to dress in business casual on day one. I didn't have nice slacks. I didn't have a sport coat. I mean, aside from the blue one that was issued to me. And it's expensive. Doesn't have to be fancy, but if you hit it up Goodwill, take it to a tailor. Get it so it looks nice on you if you're going to go to an interview. You don't want to look, like you're wearing a zoot suit or something.
Having that strong support system when you get home, whether it's friends, family, whoever. When I came home, a lot of my friends, we all went out to the bar. Wasn't good for me. Wasn't healthy. And at some point, I learned I needed to separate myself because I was on the wrong path. I was going to really dark places very quickly. You get to a point in life, you realize, like, if I'm ever going to get to here, I got to get past this. And you're going to lose people along the way, and it hurts like hell.
People who you like, people who you like and love, who are friends, to the bitter end that just are not healthy for you.
Yeah, you are who you surround yourself with, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the hardest parts of life.